You were not born to pay bills and die. Hey, let me say this plainly, because maybe no one else will. You weren't born just to wake up, go to work, come home exhausted, scroll until you fall asleep, and do it all over again. You weren't born just to pay bills and die, but I get it. It feels like that sometimes, right? The alarm hits, your stomach sinks. Monday rolls in like a wave you forgot was coming. You're back on the treadmill, back in the loop. And the dream. It gets quieter every week. But today, right now, I want you to pause with me, just for 10 minutes. Let's talk honestly, and start shifting your mindset, together. This is Monday Mindset. This is the broke escape plan. Let's get into it. 1. The lie we bought somewhere along the way. We were sold a story. Go to school, get good grades, get a safe job, work hard, don't ask too many questions, retire at 65, and then you finally get to live. That used to work. Maybe back when houses cost 1 year's salary, back when pensions were real, back when one income could support a whole family. But now, people are working harder than ever, and still drowning. Rent's up, groceries are up, mental health, down. Even the people doing everything right are barely getting by. And yet we blame ourselves. We call ourselves lazy, ungrateful, distracted. But maybe, just maybe, the system was never built for us to thrive. Maybe the life you're living right now isn't your fault, but it is your responsibility to change it. 2. The real enemy. Let's name the real trap. It's not your boss. It's not your job. It's not the bills. It's fear. Fear that if you take a risk, you'll lose everything. Fear that you're not smart enough, good enough, ready enough to build something of your own. Fear that if you try and fail, you'll feel like a failure all over again. But here's the truth no one tells you. You don't have to jump off a cliff to change your life. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow. You don't need 10,000 followers or some miracle idea. You just need to start shifting direction. Because what's scarier than trying is waking up in 10 years and realizing you never did. So here's your gentle reminder. Yes, you feel stuck. Yes, you're tired. But no, this doesn't have to be your forever. 3. The escape fuel. So what do you do instead? You start small, but you start with conviction. Find something you care about, one thing you're curious about, and you build a skill around it. Take back 1 hour a day. Not for Netflix, not for scrolling, for building something that's yours. Maybe it's freelancing, maybe it's teaching, maybe it's selling something online, maybe it's content, maybe it's consulting. It doesn't matter what. It matters why. Because when your why becomes freedom, when your fuel isn't just money, but ownership of your time, that's when the game changes. You stop chasing weekends, you start chasing impact, you stop dreading Monday. You start seeing it as a launch pad. You stop waiting for someone to give you a raise and start building a life you don't need a vacation from. 4. Why now matters. Want to hear something crazy? The people who break free, they're not always the smartest. They're not always the most ready. They're just the ones who decided. They stopped waiting. They stopped blaming. They started moving, imperfectly, quietly, but consistently. And then the world opened up. Slowly, then all at once. So don't wait for permission. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for your job to get better. Don't wait until you're burned out beyond repair. Start today with whatever you've got. Because your future self is already watching, and they're begging you to take this version of you seriously. You weren't born to live someone else's plan. You were born to build your own, to create, to grow, to actually live. So if this hit home today, if something stirred inside you, drop it in the comments to claim your escape plan. And if you're ready to go deeper, watch the full episodes, new drops every Monday. This is your Monday Mindset. This is the broke escape plan, and you're not alone anymore.